why you cannot speak English, and there are 9 reasons to it. And you will be able to relate with each one of these, and I'll give you some very funny examples to make it relatable. So let's start with the point number 1. English is a complex language. It's not easy, so do not beat yourself up for it. I remember clearly once I said to one of my cousins, remove your legs. I wanted to say move your legs, and instead I said remove your legs. To me, it sounded perfect, but everybody started laughing at me. So you get it? There are some very subtle nuances in things, and we make mistakes. When you compare English to your own mother tongue, your regional language, like for me it is Hindi. Hindi is very simple. The way you write it is the way you pronounce it. But in English, you have so many different pronunciations to similar words. You've got homophones. Homophones are similar sounding words that have different spellings and different meanings. For example, flower and flour. One of them is this, the one you feel good about smelling, and the other one is the atta that you eat, right? They sound exactly the same, flour, but meanings are absolutely different. Spellings are so. And to make the things worst, grammar is so complicated. She done it is wrong, she did it is right, she has done it is right. So yes, grammar takes hell lot of time to perfect. Let me give you one more. Did you saw the movie? This sounds about right, but is not. Did you see the movie is correct. So rest assured, the problem is not in you, it is in the language you're trying to learn. Pronunciations in English, oh my god. Bread, steel, steak. They all have the same combination of EA, yet EA sounds different in each of these 3. Wind and wind. They're spelled the same, but they pronounce so differently. And let's not even get into the silent letters. Honest, naive. I mean, what was the point of putting a K when you did not have to pronounce it? Or subtle, or island. Island could have been Island or Iceland, but no, it is island. What is the need of S? So again, rest assured, the problem is not in you, the problem is in the language. Point number 3 is you relying on solely the traditional methods of learning English. That is reading books, then attending courses or classes. However, what is really required is you immersing yourself in English, an immersive environment of learning English where people speak English around you. I know for some people it is actually not doable. I understand that. But there are many things that have come up to solve that problem for you. There's so many English speaking apps, then you've got ChatGPT, which has more or less solved this problem for you. There is this feature of speaking with ChatGPT in English. So you'll have to consciously develop an environment where you get to hear more of English. And not just immersing yourself in English language experience, but also about activity-based learning. Indulge more and more activities that involve you to either speak in English or listen or maybe write or read. So actively involve more and more into these activities if you actually want to solve the problem for yourself. And by the way, I launched a course of English speaking. If you want to enroll yourself, you're free to do it. The link will be in the description of the video. Now, coming to the next point, and which is focusing too much on grammar. You don't need to do that. You're needlessly focusing too much on the grammar rules. Nobody gets them right in the first go. None of us. Not me, neither is gonna be you. Focusing too much on grammar actually disrupts your flow. It kills your flow, and we do not want to go that way. So speak more, make mistakes, learn from your mistakes. The other day, I said something on an Instagram video, the pronunciation was incorrect, and somebody pointed it out. And there were more than 100 likes on that comment, by the way, to make it worse. But yeah, I corrected myself. I pinned a comment to the video without removing that comment. And I apologized. I said, yeah, I made a mistake. I'm sorry. This is now how it is supposed to be pronounced. This is how it is supposed to be. So the idea is just the basic grammar is enough. No need to go after perfection of grammar. It will happen eventually. It happens on its own because you're a human being. You cannot not learn. The more you speak, the learning is going to be automatic. Your mind is going to catch up. Just give yourself some food, your mind some food Okay, let your mind have its food and it's going to improve on its own. Next problem that I feel is very much prevalent is the inadequacy of vocabulary. By this I mean not the inadequate fancy words. Fancy words are probably always going to be inadequate because you don't get to practice them very often. But I'm only talking about the necessary words. In your mother tongue, you have no dearth of ideas, no dearth of words when you want to express something, when you want to explain a scenario. But when you want to translate your regional language into English, it gets very difficult because there are many words that do not come to your fingertips. You're unable to translate them in the moment, because of which your flow is killed, because of which your confidence is killed. And it's like all dominoes effect after that. So your role of limited vocabulary is affecting your flow of language. You're unable to gain that confidence. Whenever you're trying to say something and you're about to speak up, you have this doubt, confusion in your head that I will not be able to explain the idea. I will fumble. I will maybe the way I am right now, struggling for words. It happens. It's natural. It's all of us are learners. All of us are. So it happens with everybody. So yes, the next time that happens, you're not supposed to pull yourself back and make a promise to yourself, I'm never gonna speak a sentence in English, because then you're gonna be honest to yourself in that moment. You will really not be able to speak a sentence in English. So yes, instead of pulling yourself back, push yourself out. Okay, speak more and more. Do not be controlled by your fear. Insufficient exposure to English. You need to start listening to more podcasts, more music in English, more TV shows, more movies otherwise. So this way you will be more exposed to English. There is one more great idea that you can follow: joining some conversation groups. There are many groups online which you can join and become a regular part of, and then you can start visiting their meetings. Next one is the most common reason why most people are unable to speak in English, and that is their fear of making a mistake, or fear of speaking the language. There's so much status attached to this language in our country, and in many countries they don't want to make a mistake at all, and because of which they are unable to speak in the language at all. Making mistakes is okay unless it is an exam. Okay, in exams you will have to refrain from making mistakes as much as you can, but otherwise in your day-to-day life it's absolutely normal to make mistakes. No big deal. Even the teachers make mistakes, the native speakers make mistakes. Okay, the idea is to connect with people. When you're talking with somebody in a language, you want to get across your ideas. You want them to reach out to you, connect with their ideas, right? The idea is to connect and not to correct somebody. You don't want to correct them in the moment. You want to connect with them. Then you also need to check your psychological barriers. You need to correct those for yourself because you understand them best. It is something that is in you, in your heart. So you can address that best for yourself. This idea that I can never be fluent in English is stopping you. It's actually making you struggle more because this is something you want to achieve, but you're unable to reach out to it because you've made up your mind that you can never be fluent. And now you're just feeding that thought that I can never be fluent. And so you're not trying enough. Anybody can be fluent. Anybody can be fluent in English. If I can be, you can be. I used to be a terrible speaker. Ignore. I could not speak a word. But then I started, I made mistakes, people laughed at me, I learned from my mistakes, I grew. So develop a growth mindset. These self-confidence issues are impeding your speaking. Get over them. Get over yourself. Get out of your head. Get over yourself. Next point is your lack of deliberate practice. You speak English only when you're required to, when it is extremely important, because this is the only language that will be acceptable in the moment. Only then you stick to the language. Otherwise, you do not make any deliberate efforts That is what is missing from your end. Speaking in English should not be a push idea for you. It should be a pull idea. By push idea, I mean that when you're pushed into it, only then you speak in the language. Rather, you should pull that. You should pull yourself together and you should pull such moments where you get to speak in English. Do not wait for the scenario to emerge. Do not wait for a situation when you have to speak. Rather, create the situation. Go up to somebody and talk with them. Go up to a stranger and talk with them. I'm actually coming up with a very nice video on how you can speak with strangers comfortably. Those tips and tricks, I'm coming up with that video very soon. It's almost there. Anyway, keep watching. So you understand the importance of deliberate practice, okay? Deliberately practice more and more of speaking. Otherwise, you will only speak when you have to. And it will never really become an important part of your life. Right now, it is an important part that is missing. Let it become an important part of your communication skills. Okay. Now, moving on to the last idea, and that is unrealistic expectations. This all or nothing approach. Either I will be very, very fluent and only then I will speak, or I will not speak at all. This is wrong. Why are you being stubborn? Don't be stubborn. Don't be so fixated on the idea that only the day I will be fluent, I will speak. How is that even possible? It's not possible. Unless you learn to balance, you cannot ride a cycle. You cannot ride a motorcycle. So first you need to learn to balance, right? That's how we all learn our two-wheelers. So in order to be fluent, you need to start speaking with whatever you've got. Okay, you're getting to learn to balance your cycle. So first learn to balance the cycle and then you'll be a fast rider one day. So fluency is the next step. Initial step is deliberate practice. So start speaking more and more in the language. What are you waiting for? Go ahead. Do it for yourself. Don't do it for anybody else. Do it only for yourself. Because you will be really proud of yourself because this is something that you always wanted. Now, what you have to do in the comments below is that you have to tell me your own experience of learning to speak in English fluently. What is stopping you? That one challenge that is stopping you, and what is your plan to tackle it? How are you gonna handle it? How are you gonna take care of this trouble for yourself? Okay, let me know in the comments below. I do want to remind you about my spoken English course. The link is in the description just in case you want to check it out. I'll see you in the next video. Okay, bye bye.